Hey everybody, good morning. It's Mr. Terry. I am going to read the test review to you. So you're going to want to have two windows open. You're going to have one window with this video of me reading to you and a picture of your review. I'm going to read and I'm going to highlight the words I'm reading. You're also going to want your quiz open in Canvas. So you're going to need to go back and forth between the two windows. It might take you just a little bit longer that way, but this way I can read to you and you don't need to sit right next to me in class today because you have this resource. So I'm going to start now. Number one on your review says, which of the following minerals cannot be scratched by a piece of corundum? So you're going to use the Mohs hardness scale right here. So which of the following minerals can't scratch corundum? If it can't scratch corundum, it's going to be below corundum. Is it A, diamond, C, talc, B, talc, C, fluorine, D, topaz? Well, okay, which of the following minerals cannot be scratched by corundum? So if it's below corundum, corundum will scratch it. If it's above corundum, corundum will not scratch the mineral. So which of these cannot be scratched by corundum? Sorry if that was confusing. Number two, which of the following minerals could be scratched by topaz but not apatite? So if it can be scratched by topaz but not apatite, is it A, calcite, B, talc, C, diamond, or D, feldspar? Number three, if a mineral is a 10 on the Mohs hardness scale, what is the mineral? What is the name of the mineral? If it's a 10 on the Mohs hardness scale, what is the name of the mineral? Is it A, talc, B, apatite, C, corundum, D, diamond? Number four, which answer has only minerals that can be scratched by a fingernail? Okay, so here's fingernail. This is how hard a fingernail is. If it's below this, then a fingernail can scratch it. Is it A, talc and calcite, B, calcite and apatite, C, gypsum and talc, D, calcite and gypsum? Number five, Jenny mixed two liquids together. They separated, and one sat above the other in the container. It looked like this picture, liquid A and liquid B. What do we know about the density of liquid A? Is it A, liquid A is more dense than liquid B? Is it B, liquid A is less dense than liquid B? Is it C, the two liquids have the same density? Or is it D, you can't tell anything about the density of these two liquids? Number six, you go to the aquarium. You notice bubbles rising up through the water, traveling up to the surface. What does this tell you about the density of the bubbles? Is it A, the bubbles are less dense than water? Is it B, the bubbles and the water have the same density? Is it C, the bubbles are more dense than water? Or is it D, the bubbles don't tell you anything? Number seven, a cube has a mass of 5 cubic centimeters and a mass of 20 grams. What is the density of the cube? To solve this, you will need to know the density formula, which is density equals mass divided by volume. Number eight, a mineral has a mass of 20.6 and a volume of 2.5 cubic centimeters. What is the density of this mineral? Is it A, 7 grams per cubic centimeter, B, 8.2 grams per cubic centimeter, C, 90 grams per cubic centimeter, or D, 4.8 grams per cubic centimeter? Okay, now number nine, mass is, what is mass? What is the definition of mass? You should have this in your journal, or you could look up the definition of mass. Number 10, color is. What is the definition of color when we're talking about minerals? Are we talking about the inside of the mineral or in its powdered form? Or are we talking about the outside color of the mineral? Okay, number 11, an object has a mass of 540 grams and a volume of 200 cubic centimeters. Use the table to the right to determine what the object is. So you need to solve for density. You know what the mass is. You know what the volume is. What is the density? Density equals mass divided by volume. Do the math. Okay, what type of metal is it too, using this table? Number 12, an object has a mass of 600 grams and a volume of 71.4 cubic centimeters. Use the table to the right to determine what the object is. Remember, you have your mass. You have your volume. Determine density. density equals mass divided by volume. And then tell me which kind of metal it is. Number 13, what two factors do you need to find density? I've just told you this in the last two problems. Do you need mass and volume? Do you need volume and conductivity? Do you need volume and color, or do you need mass and color? Number 14, a puppy has 5 toys. Her favorite toy has a mass of 70 grams and a volume of 75 cubic centimeters. What is the density of her favorite toy? Mass divided by volume. This is a distracting number. This number means nothing. Okay, almost done here. Number 15, a hat has a feather in it with a mass of 2 grams and a volume of 8 cubic centimeters. What is the density of the hat? Do not forget to write your units. Your units are grams and your units are cubic centimeters. Number 16, there were 8 different elements on a table. A student picked up one element that had a mass of 67 grams and a volume of 500 cubic centimeters. What is the density of this element? Don't forget to write your units. Also, this is a distracting number that means nothing for you. You have to solve for density, which means mass and volume. Okay, you know the mass, you know the volume, calculate the density with a calculator. Number 17, what is the definition of hardness? What does that mean when we're talking about minerals? Number 18, what is the definition of luster? What does that mean when we're talking about minerals? Number 19, what is the Mohs hardness scale? You had a problem in here that was talking about the Mohs hardness scale. So tell us what the Mohs hardness scale is in your own words. Number 20, what is the definition of streak when we are talking about minerals? Okay, pause this video at any point, go back and listen to a question again, and don't forget to take this quiz quickly. And when you're done, submit the quiz, and it will give you the correct answers, and you can start filling out your review. I'll talk to you soon. If you have any questions, raise your hand and let me know in class. Talk to you later. Bye.